Hi everyone, I'm Rosie.
And I'm Carl.
And this is
Flying Flusky.
And we can run, you and me together. And we can run, you and me forever. As we fly from Uzbekistan to Kyrgyzstan, I'm just going to take this time to warn you that for some reason, and I really can't remember why, I was in a really bad mood all day in Bishkek. So sorry.
Welcome to Kyrgyzstan.
It's just started raining, which is a shame. We are in Bishkek, the capital city, in Victory Square. And we come to have a look at the monument here. Giant three-pronged monument that is designed to look like a yurt. And the Victory Square commemorates the 40th anniversary of the end of World War II.
Saying before we were so rudely interrupted by the rain. We've been in Bishkek for an evening and a morning so far. Last night we just went and got some Korean chicken for dinner.
Which was really good.
What was that place called? Chicken Star. And they had some good cocktails as well. And then today we started by walking down to the Osh Bazaar and we had a wander round. We didn't really record much, just some of walking through.
Some little bits of different products that we didn't know what they were. Had a little Google of those.
Yeah, the tobacco confused us for quite a while.
Looked like lentils, didn't it?
Yeah, don't know what that was about. It also didn't really smell like toasted tobacco. And having been round a cigar factory,
Yeah.
I was quite surprised that we didn't recognise the smell. So we were trying to work out what this is. I said it smelled like sour mozzarella and Carl said it smelled like Gouda, kind of. And then we saw people scooping it and it's hard. So we asked Google Lens.
They said it's kashk, which is a traditional dairy product made from fermented milk, popular in Central Asia. It's made from sheep's milk or yogurt and is dried and then put into dried and hardened and often shaped into balls.
So we're looking at like fermented cheese pellets.
Come to Fresh Sushi Box and I have got a sushi hot dog which looks amazing with avocado, salmon and other stuff. And Rosie has got, what have you got? A burrito.
Yeah, which is basically just a giant hand roll.
Yeah.
One thing we've noticed while we've been eating is that Carl is the only adult male who's been in here the entire time. So we've had maybe 5 or 6 groups of people come in and they've all been 2 girls. The only other boys in here are the staff and 2 babies. I think we have decided that that is because men eat meat and so they wouldn't be seen dead in sushi place. It's only for ladies. So then we hopped in a cab that I thought we might die in.
Another rally driver.
Yeah. And now we're following an audio walking tour, kind of.
Yeah, it should cover most of the sites. It started in Freedom Square.
Victory Square.
Victory Square. And we've now come to Zoom, the shopping centre that was originally the place to get everything in Soviet times. And we're sat in a nice little park. Sorry, not a park. I don't know. It's a
square of fountain.
Yeah, there's lots of fountains and lots of little benches. It does sound quite nice, apart from the fact that they're doing refurbishment works behind us. So there's lots of drilling and cutting. We're continuing our walk west, where most of the sites of the city are.
It's raining, so this isn't very fun anymore.
That's causing the extra traffic. Little pop of red for this little quite long rose garden alongside the children's library. We've made it onto the edges of the Oak Park. Hopefully we'll see some of the fountains and statues along the way. Here's the first one. It has real cannon around the outside. The 25 bottle fountain doesn't appear to be fountaining, but there is at least rain helping make it look like it's doing something. And here we are, another fountain, another not working fountain. But if I switch around 180 degrees, it's got very nice gardens leading up to that gold domed building, which I'm afraid I also don't know what that is. This is a pretty unsuccessful walk through the park. These kids are having fun on an electric scooter. Oh my gosh. We've made it to our intended destination, the State History Museum. It's got the massive flag in front of it, but we're not going to go around there because it's still raining. And you can kind of see that it's a big flag, but I guess you can't quite tell how big it is from here. Come into the lobby of the State History Museum. It's quite grand. It was, how much was it? 200 som each for adults.
Which hat would you wear?
I think this one. How about you?
I mean, just for the novelty. No hat suits me, so I might as well go, like, all in.
Oh, now I've got coats to pick from too. Clearly the little red dress. We've come out of the National History Museum and the sky is clearing a little. More interestingly, in the distance you can see all of the mountains backing the city. Not sure how well you can see them, but I'll try and zoom in on the snow-capped mountain peaks behind all of the buildings there. And has the wind direction changed? Looks like the wind direction's changed, but the flag is also flying nicely now and it's not being soaked. What did you think to the museum?
There's never any writing I can read, so things are interesting to look at, but I have zero context.
Yeah, unfortunately, most of the displays were in Kyrgyz language and Russian. I translated some of the more interesting looking pieces on my phone, and there were some sort of introductory boards that had English on them, but not a lot of English there.
I meant just because the font's really small.
Also, it's very small.
For me, I can't read it because the font is too small.
And Rosie gets bored of listening to me monotonize the boards after a while.
Yeah, this audio tour we're on, the guy is unbelievably boring to the point that I have no idea what he said about anything. And I really hope that we are not the same.
We listened to a 3.5 minute clip, I think it was, about the park, and the only word that stuck out for me was bowl, because that sounded a bit random to be in a park, and that was about the gold bowls, but yeah, still don't know what that was about. So we've come around the back of the museum and there's a statue of Lenin, which was originally in a different place but was relocated here as a larger one was being built. Then it disappeared for a while and then it came back, and obviously this provides controversy as to whether he should still be around or not. Especially since he's opposite, I'm just going to spin around, a government building, so somebody said he looks like he's preaching to the Kyrgyz government.
I'm not really sure why our footage completely ends now. We went for a quick drink at a bar around the corner, and then we went back to the hostel to eat noodles for dinner. I guess that's why. That's not very exciting. We'll be back in Bishkek in a couple of days, but until then, we're going to go and stay in a yurt camp, so join us there.
I see a light, and we can